All right, let's see if this works. Stupid as you do. And we are live. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to another Reality Skewed Gamers Jedi Academy here at RSG. Welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the big stream, and welcome to the stream we do every Saturday at this time here on the RSG channel on YouTube. I'm your man, Ranger J 1999, and welcome to the Jedi Academy, the show where we hang out with you wonderful and amazing folks. And this is just a straight Q&A show, and basically the way it works is for 2 hours straight, myself and whatever content creators can come on here. I'll leave it open for them because, you know, everybody's got a different schedule and different stuff happening. But whoever pops in, but we're here to, regardless of whether it's me or there's 20 other content creators here, we're here to answer your questions about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and mobile game brought to you by Capital Games. Glad to have you guys here on a Saturday morning. Grab your coffee, grab whatever you need. It could be afternoon or evening, wherever you're at. It doesn't matter. But the way it works here, this is a Q&A show. And so if you have a question that you want to pose to myself or anybody that's on the panel and or comment and have us respond to it or answer, and all you have to do is put that into the chat. However, when you do put in the chat, make sure you put the actual word question in front of your extra question or comment that you want us to respond to. It's pretty simple. If you don't do that, I might miss it. So if you do, it's on you, not me, because I told you got to put the word question in front of your actual question statement or comment. So other than that, typical stuff that you hear content creators say. I mean, you don't think about it, but it does matter. Hit the thumbs up when you come in. If you like the video, give it the old. Also, if you like the content and want to support the channel, the easiest way to do that is well, it's simple. Just subscribe. Also, we are doing a big Patreon push. We're trying to, since we do this stuff on YouTube, but we don't make anything doing it on YouTube. If you would like to support the channel, I'm trying to get to 30 new patrons by the end of this month. So far, I think we have 16, so we need 15. Let me check it real quick. How many more do we need? Oh, we need 16 more. Okay, I got that reverse. So we need 16 more patrons. So I appreciate everybody that's become a patron here. But by the end of the month, if we can get to 16 more patrons, that would be, that would be creamy. And then anything else? Just scheduling wise, after this, I'll take a quick break for about an hour, and then that gives Clayton, who's on the West Coast, time to wake up, knock the cruddy out of his eyes, and then get up and all that kind of good stuff, and then we'll go do some GAC, and that'll be over on Twitch. So I can't think of anything else. Yesterday we did try to do our normal lunch stream as is tradition on YouTube, but YouTube crapped the bed. So I'm kind of watching out here. So just to give you guys heads up, YouTube completely died on us yesterday. We were running a stream and then it just started buffering, and no matter what we did, it just wouldn't come back. So I had to start a new stream on YouTube, and about 2 minutes in, the same thing happened that was on the previous one. It just started spinning. So I don't know what the hell happened. I never got an explanation. So we just went and finished it over on Twitch. Rambam was on yesterday, so it was myself and Rambam hanging out with you guys yesterday, which was a lot of fun. I mean, we give Rambam a lot of crap, but I mean, honestly, I enjoy hanging out with anybody. There's all the other content creators. Whenever I get an opportunity to either hang out with them or vice versa, it's always a blast, man. I love each and every one of them because they're just really cool. And anything else? I can't think of anything else at the moment. I think that's all the news and notes from RSG. So, yeah, good morning to everybody. Good morning, the Wolfman. Good morning, Pel Thunder. Yeah, the Devil Sign. Epic Fail says hello there. Hello there. And Plagued Heart says morning all. Well, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. So get your questions in. We'll start the bidding at $5 in Monopoly money. And if you order now, you'll get the second set of Ginsu steak knives absolutely free. I made that up. You're not getting anything. Just my love and admiration. Jason Hobby says, word to the mothership. What's going on, Betty? What's that, gay? It is a good college football morning, so I really kind of want to get my stuff done because there's going to be some good college football today. So I'm going to be watching that. Yeah, get some good college football in today here in the U.S. There, ha. Ni hao, bin la, wo hen gao xin, wo hen gao, wo hen gao jing rin shini. Sorry, I couldn't think. I wasn't ready to speak Chinese there. But ni hao, Benny. Who else we got? Oh, Meow Meow. Meow Meow says, Ranger, who's the next content creator you're going to recruit after Smudge? I don't know. Whoever wants to. I don't usually, unless we need people. I don't recruit. So, I picked up a few over the years. I'm not a bad little recruiter if I'm do so say myself. I got support on that. I got a whole bunch of Mall MC folks be like, yeah, Ranger's pretty damn good at recruiting. But everybody's welcome if they need it. Yeah, the Meowness is here. Yeah. And Ni Hao. Ni Hao, Meow Meow. Well, that rhymes. Ni Hao, Meow Meow. I should ask Meow Meow. Ni Shir Naguaren? She's probably going, what the goddamn hell is he talking about? Only for like 15 minutes, got to run errands. Do you, Meow Meow? Do you? I know you're not Chinese. I just wanted to say something to you in Chinese. All right? I won't speak to you anymore in a foreign language, Meow Meow. That girls like that shit. I guess not. I guess I'm just a dum-dum. Try to be nice to Meow Meow, and she just cuts you with her claws. I bet if I gave her a hug, she'd probably like throw me off a cliff. Like, oh, Meow Meow, it's good to see you. Ah! I kid. I love Meow Meow. Meow Meow is one of the sweetest and nicest person. And a lot of the shit some of the shit you see behind me here, that's from Meow Meow. She didn't have to do that, but she's very kind. And she would still throw me off a cliff. Fatality says, question, do you have any thoughts on Crun's puzzle? What do you feel will be revealed? No. Other than it's going to make your brain fall out your ass. I mean, he's really going all in on this one, folks. I mean, Jesus. So thoughts. My thoughts are this. Y'all enjoy. I'm going to sit back and watching all y'all not dicking around. I have done enough shit with Crumb to know that, that's for you guys. I've done enough puzzle games and helped raise, and oh, by the way, today they're doing their charity. I don't know when they're starting. I'm sure someone will let me know in chat, but they're doing their charity stuff today for the Extra Life campaign. I think they're doing their big stream today, so if you want to go support that, please do. You can think whatever you want of CG or whatnot, but when it comes to charity, those guys and gals are doing a bang up job. I've helped both Crazy and Crumb this year raise money for that. We put all that shit aside, folks. It's about helping kids, and if you want to go do that, please do. I don't have the link to it, but if someone wants to put it in or has it, send it to me in Discord and I'll put it in there. But yeah, so please support that today. Benny says, Meow Meow, you're not Chinese, but you can eat Chinese if you know what I mean. Hey, it's too early in the morning. Playtart says, I'd give it another month. Either it's a conquest character ship or something more, in which case we'll probably even later. Fatality says, I love watching the progress though. Gets my hype. Hype for what? Oh, okay, the puzzle. Yeah. So yeah. So good morning, Fatality. Also, another note. November 5th. I'll be going out there a day early, but I'm heading out to Florida. Finally, the Ranger has come back to Orlando, Florida. But November 5th, we are going to be having a Magic the Gathering tournament in Orlando with myself and Finn and some folks from the ACS as we continue to raise money this year for our charity campaign as we fight the battle on cancer. Cancer sucks. If it just died, I would just be happy. If it just went away, just don't go away angry. Just go away. But yeah, we're fighting the good fight against cancer, and we're going to be raising money that day. We're going to have a live stream, play Magic the Gathering. So 10 a.m. Pacific, so 1 p.m. Eastern to, they're going how many hours? 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. So they're going 10 hours. So they're going to be up, they'll be going out late tonight. So yeah, check it out. But yeah, November 5th, we'll be doing our charity campaign. We're going to do a live stream down there in Orlando, Florida, and it'll be myself and Finn and whoever else wants to come and hang out with us and do a Magic the Gathering tournament. And just we're going to have a meet and greet afterwards. So if you want to come meet me and Finn and stuff, Phil, Pell says I'm going to try and make it. Very nice. Come see us. And if you would like to participate or come down, or you're in the Florida area, or you just want to come down, period, message Finity on our Discord. Our Discord is in all our stuff's linked in the description below in the video, so you can see it there. But it's Finity, Finity. He has all the details and stuff. He's the guy that puts that stuff together. I'm just the face. Oh no, Helenix is here. Well, everyone, it's been a great stream. Everyone have a great rest of your day. Oh gosh, shit. Oh no. the Greek geek is here. Holy God. Yeah, it's Holy Finity indeed. They're Alibaba and the 40 Rebels. Alright, what is Heli saying? Let me just get it out of the way. So the sooner I acknowledge it and get read, the quicker we can get over with this. He says, good morning, Rangers. He says, to my guy, Ranger J of the House of 1999, as well as all the skewers in the chat. Says, Heli wishes you all a fine Saturday morning. I shall ask a silly question or two and a serious one for funsies. Let's just stick with the serious ones. That'd be cool. He's not going to listen, so. I mean, I don't have to read it, but then, yeah, I do have to read it. Snakes1594, what's going on, big guy? Says, morning. If all things equal with having all requirements for stars and characters, I just need to gear up SLKR or Lord Vader. If all things equal, but they're not with those requirements. I mean, if you have them, I don't know how they're equal, because the amount of relics and nonsense that you need for Lord Vader is not on equal footing, Snakes, with SLKR. If you mean stars and characters only. I still lean toward SLKR. The fleet for SLKR with First Order is just banger, dude. I mean, you're getting a 2-for-1 for that. I mean, you do get the Bad Batch working toward Lord Schmader, but I lean toward SLKR. I just do. I know right now Vader's kind of overpowered in GAC, which I'll be doing my GAC later today. Here, 12 Central, 1 Eastern. We'll be doing that. So, yee. I still lean toward SLKR. I mean, Lord Vader's the last one you should probably work on. Yeah, Snakes. I mean, it just you get a combo package, man. I mean, that First Order fleet, I use it all the time religiously. Once you get a relic and stuff, I mean, it can take on anything pretty much. I mean, we've taken on pretty much mostly. Now it does better than others, but especially against executors, man. You put a standard executor in, I am almost 9 times out of 10 going to go in there with First Order and rock and roll with that thing. Even if I lose in GAC or TW, I've cleared 3 ships at least, so the cleanup on that makes it easy too. I mean, you're trying to win, and you can beat that. It's about 70% win rate, so still good odds. So yeah, if I was to say anything, I would say all things equal, get to SLKR. Less relics too. That big push for Lord Vader should be one of the last ones. Hell, I mean, God, those relic levels just make my head swirl, man. Profundity too, yeah. I'd do Profundity before Lord Vader too. Yeah. I'm always going to lean towards ships, man. I have seen so many results in JSC where ships, they clear ground and they get the shits, and because they're missing a fleet or two, it just makes their life hell. So I would prefer you not to have your life in hell and play in the game. So there you go. Pale Thunder question: which Zeta Omni should we be applying on the Inquisitors? I mean, honestly, you have to get the Great Inquisitor, but I don't put any Omnis. I mean, I put the Zetas on, but I'm not putting on Omnis on that team. One is TW. I just don't think you need it right now. For Conquest and what I'm using them for, I mean, you don't need the Omicron. Zeta wise, yeah, Zeta on. Let me look at mine. I can't remember which ones I did, if I even did any at all. I think I did. I did all the, because you have to do the Green Inquisitor event if you're going to eventually get him. So you're going to need all of them. So I basically did all the Zetas from all the characters to get a Great Inquisitor. And I did the Zetas. He's got 3 for Great Inquisitor. But I'm not doing the Omicrons. However, that event, man, you need every damn Zeta you can get your hands on, man. It's and even then I had to put God mods on, and even then that Grand Inquisitor event's it's a motherfucker. It really is. It is a tough fight. It's the middle fights that are going to get you. The first, second, last fight that's against Kenobi are you have no problems, but the ones against Fulcrum Ahsoka, Grandmaster Yoda, Maul, God Almighty. You need everything in your arsenal to take that thing out, because the RNG, that's bad enough, but limiting yourself, man. I mean, I hope you have better RNG than I did. I was talking about with Rambam about this yesterday, and we had just different results. But those middle fights, one or two of them are gonna terrorize your ass for a bit. But no Omnis. Don't put any Omnis on there. It looks like we have somebody join us. Who joined us? Oh, it's Epic Fails. What's up, buddy?
Howdy ho.
Howdy ho. You sure do smell like flowers.
Yeah. How's it going?
It's going. We're just answering questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the one about Slacker LV. Always go Slacker. He's so good in raids too.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's just a good overall GL. I mean, you can use him on offense, defense. I mean, preferably offense, but yeah, I mean, he's one of the few characters taken on, and especially in 3s right now, that Vader comp. God, that thing is gross. I've got it, and
I'm assuming that person's around 4 million GP. So like.
Oh, yeah, they just, I don't know, but they asked, just all things star-wise equal, which one should you go for? I'm always going to lean toward Slacker in that circumstance. I mean, that fleet, too, is dynamite, man. It really is.
Yeah. Even though I failed this last GAC.
Oh, brother, man, GAC now, man, it's listen, man, GAC is like, if you win, great. If you don't, then just shrug it off, man, because it's all about datacrons, and if you have them and you win, great. If you don't, well, next,
Yeah.
I mean, so
don't get me on that rant.
We're not going to, because I've had enough of that. So, Urban Helix question: how has your luck been with mod calibration? It's been pretty decent, actually. We've actually hit some really good mods. I know Ram yesterday rolled one and hit one. So, I've been very specific about the ones that I've been going after, but yeah, they've. I mean, I'm 50-50. I've hit some really good speed, and then others I'm like, okay, I didn't hit it, so it's not that bad. I'm not going ham for them, but as I get them, I'm rolling them, and, I've got a plan and executing with it. I mean, if it hits, great. Then if not, then, I'll go on to the next one. I think doing the 15 and maybe the 25s on those are worth it, but I wouldn't do anything above that. If it doesn't hit, then just go roll another mod. I mean, the mod calibration's there to see if you can just get that stat, whether it's be offense or for the speed hit that you're looking for. And do 15 if you need to. 25, it's one of those characters that's right there that'll put you in a different level with that speed on them. But I wouldn't go ham. I mean, how's your luck been there, Epic Fails, with the calibration on the mods?
Yeah, so far I'm 1 out of 3, and I kind of hacked it by mistake. So I took one that I had fully 6A already, so I had all the things open, and it was funny. The first one I hit, it went from health to crit chance, which knocked that out. So then I went from a quarter chance to 33%, because that one had 5 rolls on it. The one thing I didn't realize, though, is you can't take the last stat out of any of them that are open, which is interesting, which I didn't hear anybody say right away. So, like, that health had only 2 on it. So once I used the 1, I couldn't, like, take the final health off of it to roll. But then I had flat offense on it. And I rolled it the second time, it gave me literally the same flat offense that I rolled again on flat offense. And so I did it to 40, and I actually hit 6 speed on it. So that was pretty good. I don't think I would go above the 40s for sure,
No,
because then it gets
25 is the
crazy.
most. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, it just no way. Can't do it, man.
Yeah, it's
I
like, what,
can't do it.
80? Not until we get more of the stuff eventually, but that'll be
Yeah.
a couple years down the line.
You know, what do you do? What do you do against such reckless hate? I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, it's a nice tool if it hits, but I mean, I like it. I especially like the new section where you can farm the hell out of stuff. There's section 9 with the mod battles and stuff. That's
Yes.
just absolutely. They didn't really talk about that, but it's one of the more awesome things CG's done. I mean, trust me, I will give CG, burn them on Datacrons all day long, but I also love to give them credit for that, and that's a great sector zone that they did. Finally got all
No,
those slicing materials and stuff we've been begging
all the
for.
stuff they've done with that is great. They've added the base stuff to a lot of those nodes. Yeah, it's good. If the drop rate for the new things, calibrators was a little better, it'd be awesome. But that's the new thing, so you gotta chase it.
All right. Oh God, here comes Helly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Helenex, question for Ranger. I have problems following directions. You don't say. This is a well-known SWGOH fact. Do I really have to ask serious questions? I find my silly questions to be quite entertaining. You do whatever you do, you buddy. Whatever makes you happy, bud. Just do your thing. Oh God, here comes another one. Helly, question part 2. The Jawa nodes unlocking him sooner, or just play out the even to my best abilities, unlock him later. What do you mean? The Jawa nodes? What are you talking about, Jawa nodes? Oh, I missed the first part. That's why I was like, wait, what? All right, so it skipped. Okay, now it's refreshing. Okay, now I got it. I got you. Okay, so Squetch for Ranger, fine. I'll be serious for a second. I only got my Malgus to 315 shards and need 15 more to 7-star him. During the next conquest, should I spend tokens at the Jawa nodes and locking him sooner, or just play out the event to try my best cape? No, just do the event. Just get it naturally. I wouldn't go ham on it. Because you're 315 out of 330. If I'm not mistaken, you should be able to get 5 in each of if you get to the sector 5, and yeah, just do those. You don't really need to do any. Hell, even if you get sector 2, 3, and 4 done, that'll put you at 330, and then you'll be done with Malgus. So I think if you just do that, I wouldn't go anywhere else with it. Save all your other materials for start toward your Ben Swallow. So there you go. See, we did it. We did a great job. Great way to go.
Can we buy him yet for crystals?
I don't think so. Maybe.
I don't think he. Because I was gonna say, depending on when the GAC lock is, or how many tickets you have saved from the last one to this one, you may want to think about crystals, just because that's only like 1,800, I think, to do that. I've done it to finish. I forget who. I think good old Maul. I think I used some crystals to finish him. One of them. It was either Cat or Maul. So that is another option. But if he's not available, yeah, just run through it and buy him first, and then Ben Swallow.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I didn't. I got it, Wolfman. Wolfman, keep me honest. Question for the epic. Oh, we did that one. All right. Darth Raki. Hello, Darth Raki. Says, question. Just got a brand new SLKR. I have an okay-ish Night Sister want armor. What can I smack? And what must I avoid? My SLKR still gear 11. Everything. I mean, you can take on 18s, but at gear 11 with an SLKR, yeah, no.
I gear fast, please.
Yeah,
please.
As soon as you can. And you still have to get the ultimate on them too. So, oh boy.
I mean, things that are tough for you right now in GAC that you really have to stun, you can probably take, like, you may be able to get a gas that's not like totally pimped out, especially in threes,
I don't know if that
because you can
damage.
kind of stun him. But I'm so used to ramping up with the alternate and stuff right now. I don't know exactly how hard he's gonna hit or how that exactly is gonna work.
I don't know, man. I mean, you could take on some 18s and possibly with a good crew run. I mean, if you got armor on there, you're going to need, depending on the team you're facing, but, get a tech on him and then, just ramp him up. It's going to be a little bit tougher fight because although he is a GL at gear 11, he just doesn't have the damage. So you really have to ramp him up. So definitely we'll have to run him with those combinations of characters.
And I don't know if he gets a stacking relic levels either.
I don't know about his mastery. Yeah, it's all about his mastery. Yeah, I just don't know. At gear 11.
Because I've never tried that. I moved to
I mean, I unlocked that bitch years ago. I don't know. I mean, but yeah, I would. You can't use him against a GL at that level. You're gonna get, you'll get slapped. I think maybe some of the 18s possibly, but definitely don't put them on defense, and definitely just be smart about it. Ask somebody before you go in because the armor and what will help depending on what you're facing. But yeah, be careful with that.
You need like real speed on that armor, though. You're gonna have to take a good set and move it over to her because she's gonna have to get out to get the 3 stacks.
Yeah, she's gonna have to be pretty fast. I mean, she gets the 40 from him, but as long as you're above 300, you should be okay. Should outrun most stuff, but be careful. Yeah, because if they take out your armor, man.
The only bad thing about Slacker, and this is his one downfall, you can't put a tank in there and put tank tech on it because he doesn't allow that. Like, his things are funky with that. So, I mean, I guess you could try.
Just do the best you can with it. Just know it's going to be a little bit hit and miss. That's the best advice. Because a gear 11, a gear 10, oh boy, yeah. All right. Hellenexus does have a question for you, Epic Fails. This is a question for the Epic one.
Okay.
Ranger insists that I ask serious questions. So, as a SWGOH gamer who underperforms during GC due to my placing crappy defense, what squads do you recommend as the best on D?
Oh, well, I mean, this is roster specific, but I'm loving Malgus with any Sith.
He doesn't have he doesn't have
let's see here.
I mean, you have 2 choices now in GAC. Either you go FU defense and just see if they can get past your stuff, and then
what fun is that?
I know, but if you don't have the time or you don't care, I'm seeing a lot of people do that. Or you go full offense. If you don't have the time, I'm seeing a lot of people that are either not interested or they're putting down 5-6 GLs and
I hate that.
Yeah, I've got one today, so we'll be having some fun. I'll be having some fun later on. And then just seeing what happens and then trying to go in and clear what they can. Especially with the Lord Vaders and stuff that are out there right now. Or, you go light on defense. You put maybe 1 or 2 teams down with some of your better B to A teams and keep your main force just so that you can go in there and try to clear. Especially, I have to do that because I'm facing monster accounts that have much more GP than me. I mean, last round it was 1.56 million difference. I mean, all relic 8s and 9s with all the data crons. We almost won, dude.
Nice.
We barely lost that fight. A couple. I think if we had been clean on ships and I'd been clean on those other 2 fights I had, we would have won. So, because he can get through my Lord Vader. So, but yeah, it's pretty nasty out there right now. I mean,
you give them some general strategy.
It depends on your roster though, so it's hard for me to tell what teams to put down and stuff. But I mean, at this point, Helly, you should know the game well enough that you know what to put down on offense and defense, man.
So threes on defense, what I like to do, and I do this for 3s or 5s. I think what you want to do in your back wall, especially with characters, is put some surprise teams or put teams that are going to be hard if they use certain things on your front line.
Yeah.
Like the more stuff you can stack that takes certain things, the better you'll do. Like if you can get their Treya and a few others like and Wampa out, especially on the front lines, and then you have teams like Mon Mothma and Iden in your back. I love to kind of stack those surprise teams that they may have not thought of and used the easy counters on the front, not really thinking that they're on the back. And 3 is the only hold I've had so far has been Moth Gideon, Short Trooper, and I think I have Death Trooper on there. I faced that last time, and there's the weird revive thing that goes on with it, that if you haven't faced it in a long time or seen it, it's kind of surprising. So I actually got a hold last time, not this time, but so that's one that people don't see very often, but is interesting if you have a good Gideon going on and don't need them on offense.
Yeah, I mean, and for all the defense you have, it's all about datacrons now. So, you know, I mean, what's on defense and what do they have for offense and what you have on defense and offense, and you never know, man. And I mean, even if you scout out, you don't know what they're going to put down or keep or what they're going to do. So it makes it almost, I mean, your baseline is certain teams and stuff that you know just based off the trends, but it's so hard to predict and stuff right now. So a lot of moving parts in GAC right now.
Surprise mechanics.
Oh boy. Oh God. God. Good morning, Josh Alf says I'm facing a 9.2 million GL roster in A1 and I might win because their mod game was awful. I've seen some counts like that. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Let's see here. All right, Hellion and Ray Rock are whooping it up. Okay. Tom Blow Dry, the man with the best fro in the business, is saying happy after Ray Rock. And good morning, sir. Let's see. Are there any other questions? No. No. We had we got through the heli stuff, so that's the bonus, dude. Hashtag heli hates datacrons. Most of the community does. I have them. I mean, this isn't. I have these. It's horrible. You said hi earlier. I must have missed it, Tom Blow. My bad, brother. Always glad to have you here.
Terrible RNG on this last set. You know, everyone's going for the cooldown one. I think I've rolled every other Empire one and still haven't seen that.
I got lucky with the re-rolls getting it finally. But I'm lucky because I've got the Vader one, but I've also got the counter. We've been using it, the BAM Datacron with Fennec and Grief, and we're doing quite well with it. It's working. You know, it's just knowing how to play it and stuff. And yeah, so the Fennec one is doing creamy work for us. Because without it, man, I
need to work on that squad, but I'm putting everything into getting profundity the next time.
Yeah, I do profundity. Once you start going for Jabba, you'll have to work on Fennec anyway. So if that's going to be your next move, then that'll just naturally push you into her, and she's worth it, man. She's worth every penny, dude. That girl, that's a fine character there. Dark Sign 1972, what's up, homie? Says question: now that Jabba is alive and well on the game, what do you think will come to the game for the Return of the Jedi 4th anniversary? GL Leia. I've been saying it. I think Jabba was our first one, unrelated. I think we're going to get GL Leia for the 40th anniversary. We're going to get some form of Leia. I don't know if she's going to be a legendary or if she's going to be the next GL. So we're going to get some more characters from Return of the Jedi. I don't know which ones they're going to do yet, but
I hope we get Endor everybody. So we have Endor Chewie, Endor Han.
Yeah.
Endor Leia. Endor 3PO.
Some more goddamn murder bears. As long as we get Scout Trooper, I'm happy. Finally get Scout Trooper in the game.
Hey, now that they have large characters in, could we finally get vehicles like Scout Trooper on?
How about no?
A Scout bike? That would be awesome.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Helenex says, well, dang, nabbit, I try to entertain you and everyone else, Ranger. My silliness is why you live me. How about love me? No, I don't live you for anything. That's what I keep telling myself. He says, well, it's your world. You're just living in it. Well, yeah, that's what I made that caveat there with L73. It works great if you have Bandman as Datacron. I mean, typically without it, Fennec can still take out Lord Schmaders. But yeah, it's profoundly more difficult if you don't have the right stuff. So yeah. Question from the notorious WS3 says the next Conquest Award should be a ship, right? Malgus and Ben. No, I think someone said that they go 3 characters and then a ship, because we went back and looked at the pattern. So it was Razor Crest, Cat, Maul, Dadbog, Boba Fett, and then it was the TIE the Interceptor, and then we've got 3. This will be, then we got 2 more characters. So we should have another character coming up, and then another then ship after that. So you never know. I mean, Epic, they could flip it and be like, oh, well, screw that pattern. Here's a ship. But
there's too much talk of people saying Bib Fortuna or something like that. It would make a lot of sense for Jabba.
It kind of does. It seems like he's missing something. I mean, Embo, from what I saw from Arnold's stream and some other people that have tested it, Embo's working really well in that squad. But yeah, it just feels like it needs one more character that's outside of the normal roster. So we'll see. It's still early days on him.
I'm interested to see who is the final leader, because the first day you tried somebody, and Jedi and Master Kenobi wiped him, but then he just changed the leader. Maybe he went to Leia, and then he wiped them, and then I only caught the end of the second day, where he was using Embo more consistently. So that's interesting. We'll see where it settles on the leader. And maybe this next character, whoever it is, Bib or someone else, is the leadership that makes it run.
Or the character that you need for Jabba to be in the leader so you can run it. I mean, I don't know yet. I mean, it's still early days. True. I don't think anybody was expecting Jabba to come this early, but they dropped it way early, in my opinion. Good Lord! So, but it's a
so early.
Character.
The tickets weren't available.
Yeah, man. I know. It's like, oops. Yeah, oopsie. What else? 73 Satil Sean first. Yeah, that was my guess. I thought after Malgus was going to be Satil, but they did Ben Swallow, so I still think she's coming for sure. She could be the next. Oh yeah, come on, man. Satil, that's my girl. I'd like to see her in the game. Darsign 1972 says, question, do you think the new TB will make us choose between either light side, dark side TB again, or run independently? I don't know how that's going to play out. There's so much about that's so, we just don't have enough information. I mean, it looks like there's 3 different paths on that thing, but can you do them all at once? For the rotation, I still think it's going to be Hoth, Geo, and then this will be a one right afterwards, right? So it'll be like a 3 rotation now. For those, I don't know what you think, Epic, but I think it's going to be a 3 TB rotation with TW in between. But I don't know how that's going to work with their monthly calendar. It's going to be, I don't know how they're going to do that. Maybe they will replace something. Maybe if you already have Dark Side TB knocked out, you're like, okay, we'll drop that for this new one. Same thing with, I don't know if we'll do that for light side TB because of rewards. We're still trying to get the max rewards. So
yeah, they can't light that because we still aren't close on Keanu Mooney.
Yeah, there's still a lot of guilds. Surprisingly, there's, I mean, it's a tough character to get. I mean,
our guild is 360 something. And we only get like 5 to 7 consistently. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's you got to get the team, and you have to build up toward it. And even when you do get the team, I mean, I've got Relic 7 and 8 characters that go in there with crazy mods, and I still lose that fight here and there. Because I'll win like 8 in a row, but like the last one I lost because, you just get that RNG. Where Jenga goes burn, and then they just all go all in on 5s no matter what you do. So it's like, okay, I get it. You don't want me to win. It's cool. I didn't want to try. At least I know, Illuminati. I get it. All right, Jesus, get a room. It's like they just decide they don't like you. Oh my God. So stupid. I hate when that happens, dude. You just know. You're just like, This one's
I lost my first one. I won my second 2 with lower gear, and then I lost 3 or 4 in a row, and now I'm on a 3 streak since I figured it out and geared everybody to
Yeah,
5 minimum,
yeah. The fight's
and
not
it's worked.
hard. Yeah, the fight's not hard to figure out, but it's about if you're gonna go in there with Relic 5 characters, you gotta go crazy with the mods. You have to remod. There are certain stats that you just need to hit on those characters to make them effective, or the RNG is really gonna come back and bite you in the ass, and you're just not gonna survive some of those big hits. But if you understand the mechanics and how it works, once you do have your characters Relic 5 or higher with the mods that they need, once you do JMK and once you do JMK, the boost, because you have to take arc to 8 and all this other shit. I mean, the team does good work for you. So, but until then, if you're just Relic 5, you're gonna need some good mods. So, and I he used to drive me crazy, but we needed Cam Charge. But Cam's worth it. I mean, Cam is one of those crazy characters that is just so epic. He's so good, man. I cannot stress to you how good Cam is. He's just sick with any kind of Jedi combination. You can put him with Qui-Gon, and he's a nightmare to deal with. He is unbelievable under Jedi Master Luke. I mean, that dude hits like an absolute beast when you have him under JML. I mean, I have one-shot characters with just his basic. That's how hard that dude can hit. I mean, it is stupid how much damage he puts out. Because he gives all the bonuses to the Jedi and stuff, and then, JML, especially if you get your JML with lots of protection, is going to boost him up, and then it's like whack whack. It's like, oh my god, your Ray dies now. Bye bye.
Yeah, I just unlocked him. I'm still gearing him because randomly in one of the weekly shipments they had, I forget how many I bought, but I bought all the shards that were in there, and I was hoping he was going to be in there for like the month, but it was just that one time. But we'll see. I can't wait to use him though.
Yeah.
I have a spot. I'd love to have him in.
What else? 3 question. What would you use versus an EP Mara Tarkin team with the Empire cooldown Datacron? Mara's 340 speed. Holy god. Not the Tarkin crap. Shit. EP Mara Tarkin. I hate that thing.
Well, the good thing is you can stun them because there's no Star Killer.
No, you can stun them. I mean,
so,
probably less on Chewie.
Yeah, is an easy one for
You're
sure.
going to have to do it because you got to get, if you can get Mara out of there.
Correct.
You
got to Han stun Mara and take the turn meter from Tarkin.
Yeah.
You don't have to really worry about Emperor Palpatine.
No, they're not going to get stunned, and they're going to counter him to death.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be your best bet. I mean,
you could try, depending on the speeds we were just talking about it, something with Shock T and a couple of the clones, because they should be fast enough. You may have to have Rex in there.
You're going to have Rex in there.
Because then you can get tenacity up. They're not going to get the...
Well, I don't know about that because Mara's going to throw her stuff and debuff them. Yeah, I don't know about that team because with that Tarkin, with their cooldown, she's going to burn you down. The porn guys here. Well, shit. I thought on a Saturday we would not have that happen, but see, this is when you've known you've hit it big there, Epic. You get the porn people coming after you. And they don't just do it in the live streams, buddy. They do it in your comments. So I have to check it every day and be like, aha. Well, Shakti's on D says, what else? 3? I think your best bet on guessing that team, man. I wouldn't play any games. Boba Fett, Han, and Chewie, or CLS, Han, and Chewie. I mean, if you have your own version of Starkiller, EP Mara, I wouldn't use a GL if you can avoid it. That's the team that you probably want to use, and that's going to be your most bang for your buck. I mean, you can't use Wampa, which is crazy to say, but I prefer to use Wampa versus Starkiller than I would against that team because of that stupid Datacron, man. This is the shit I'm talking about with Datacrons. Yeah, God, that's a nasty one. God, I think I just aneurysms.
Wampa is interesting because as long as he counters, but you better have a really good like
Problem is,
high
Mara's
road.
gonna stealth, and she's just going to. They're gonna whittle him down because
Yeah.
they land that first shock. You're in big doo doo trouble. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, does she have tenacity down? If she has tenacity down, then you can't do it. But
yeah, whatever they've
yeah,
got. I mean, but she's gonna be stealth the whole time. Just her damage and the turn she's gonna take. They're gonna get in that loop, and then that's not one you want to use against. Helly, here's a question for you guys. What's the Lord Vader specific data? What did you put here? Data crapicon everyone's been yammering on about, and what makes this good? I have Lord Vader. Can almost guarantee I don't have that cron. So the data cron, and I've got it. It's a level 6 ability. The level 9 ability is I mean talking with Clayton about it, but here I'll pull it up. I got to look at it specifically. I'll read it to you. So what makes it so nasty is the cooldown on it. So there's the level 3 ability, but ideally, if you get deflection, which I do have on there, and dodge, it just makes it really hard to hit him. And then his bonus, his level 6 mechanic, and I've got it. His bonus mechanic for Empire characters. Whenever Empire allies inflict a debuff, they reduce their cooldowns by 1, limit once per turn, and per enemy and ally. So anytime all he does is do this. He's just going to constantly inflict debuffs, and just his cooldowns are going to be 1. He's going to constantly have his abilities open. The one that I really like with this is the you can do the faster ultimate, which is a good one. The other good one that I've got, and it's working pretty well, is Vader has 5% max health and max protection per relic amplify level, so that just makes him more beefier, and his damage he received on top of all the dodge and stuff you got on there, he's decreased by 15%. So that one or the ultimate one, both have, I mean, they're both nasty at level for this at level 9, but it's that bonus, that level 6 bonus is what's really giving people just the diarrheas there, Helly. It really is nasty. And on top of that, I mean, I've got the bonus for dark side characters level 3, he just gets 2% health back, but it adds up, but with the dodge and deflection and physical crit avoidance and stuff like that, it's just such a nasty caca doo-doo. It's just stupid. I don't know how to put it, man. It's a silly Datacron. Ugh. God. Yeah, it's Whittle Sending 3. It's a level 6 part that is the cooldown. That is a problem. The level 9 for level 8 is just ice on the cake, especially the faster ult. Yeah, they're both those are really good. For freehand specifically, I don't normally, that other one is just a standard one you get for any of the GLs, but that one, it's amped up because of all the deflection. If you get deflection and dodge and all the physical crit avoidance and crap on it, it just, and the only success I first ran into it last week when we were doing our last TW. So they had a wall of those, and it came down a couple. And so I saw it's GLs left, so did Clayton, aka the Karth. And he went in there with his GML. I went in there against one with my GMK because we're just seeing what we could do against it. And killing the other characters is not a problem in 5s, but it's Lord Vader himself. And even with JMK and Ultimate, I just got blitzed down by Vader. You couldn't kill him. I couldn't hit the damn guy, and was avoiding all my hits. And then he's just sitting there constantly at full health, and he's constantly just dotting you over and over and over again. It is absolutely disgusting, especially once he gets into Ultimate, which he will eventually, even if he's just doing the AoE over and over again. It's something truly awful. And then I went in there with the SLKR team just on a Vader 5-on-1, and he did the same thing 5-on-1 with another GL, and we both got our ass spanked. So then I'm like, okay, let's try it. I had the and we've been using it ever since in 3s, and it works really good in 5. I'm like, well, the only thing I can sit here and think about is I've got the Datacron for BAM. And sure enough, it did. The BAM Datacron, because he's doing the same thing where he's just constantly protecting the other characters with his ability, put him in DI. That is your only saving grace. It removes the dots and stuff, protects them from hits and things. And so, yeah. And plus with grief in there, you can keep cleansing. You just have to get the armor shreds on them and then bring them down. Emotional damage. Who just suffered emotional damage? Okay, it's somebody that is, well, they have some kind of Oriental name. Sorry, I couldn't make out the calligraphy there, but thank you, whoever that was, very much. So you like the channel, so you just subbed and you suffered emotional damage. So there you go. Join the rest of us emotionally damaged folks. Thank you for the sub. Trying to think of, now the other team is of course SLKR, but you got to go in there with like Watt and armor. You know, it's nasty with the Night Sisters, so it's gross, man. The other one we're not talking about either is the Dash Datacron 2. That one's just as nasty. The Tarkin one with, Empire one with Tarkin is just nasty. But I do have the one with whenever smuggler allies critically hit an enemy during their turn, that ally gains 10% off its stacking for 2 turns. And then whenever an enemy takes a turn, Dash takes a bonus turn. During that turn, he does 100% more damage. This turn can't be this bonus turn can't trigger this effect on enemies. So. Yeah, it's creamy. All right, get your questions in. We're doing Jedi Academy this morning. Got me and Epic Fails, and we're rocking it out all morning.
Indeed.
Good. You're fulfilling your destiny. What else on 3 says, I have the Lando Skiff level 9. I forgot about that one. It says, if only I had refresh mats to try for the Dash one. It's likely that they took away the MK3 refresh pieces from us. Yeah, I mean, that's just part of the thing that they did. We've got Conquest coming back in 9 days. So, that'll be the 3rd? What's Monday? See, Friday will be 30th, first. Yeah, 3rd. Christ, I did math in my head. Epic fails. Look at that.
Yep, you got it.
My Bachelor of Science finally is paid off. Neo Venom says, question, if you have 10 Ewoks and 3 get squished by an ATST, how many are still alive? Too many, Neo Venom. That pilot needs to get some training. There needs to be some retooling there. That is way too many Ewoks left over. I know how you feel, Epic, but if only 3 got squished, what are you doing? Well, you don't want to use the rockets or the blasters? What the hell?
I mean, it's a fail, right?
Yeah, it's a big fail. That is why you fail. All right. Allie put 42. Okay. All right. Helly says, question. Well, I mean, it's the universal answer to everything, but.
They don't multiply when they die. We want the number to go down.
No. Let's get the 42 crap out of here. Helly says, question. Speaking of emotional damage, what are your impressions of the Mace rework now that he's been out for quite a while? If you've likely seen the character in multiple settings and teams, and that's really good. They did a really good job with it. I mean, it's made Mace much more viable for Jedi teams. I mean, not just Jedi teams, but GR teams too. I mean, you can run in there with a Mace, Padme, leftover GR team and still do quite well. It's still really good. It gives you an option for who you want to run. You're not seeing them a lot with JMK just because, there's it can lead to your cat getting smoked if theirs is faster. JMK, not so much. But he's still really good. They did a really good job on that.
Oh yeah. He's great with Qui-Gon, especially Omicron.
Yeah.
Yeah. He used to be laugh at, and now he's good on defense and offense. His Shatterpoint can do some stuff.
Yeah, it can.
He's good overall. Even I only have him Relic 3, but yeah, I use him a lot, all the time now.
All right. What else in 3 question? What's the old Ben Starkiller Visas team supposed to be a counter to? My opponent put that on defense. I have no idea.
I just use it because I have old Ben's a requirement, so I can stick a level 6 Omicron in with them. He the thing he does is he taunts more, I feel, than what's her face, Juhani.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love her.
Only
I
in
fought,
TW, yeah.
yeah, I've fought a lot of teams in GAC because that's the one people usually put down because they end up relicing her, and she's great when she's taunting or she gets the, you know, invulnerability so she can't be damaged, but she also goes into stealth at times too, which is no good. So I think it's to have a more sustainable taunt to give the defense time. Plus, if he dies, he gives all the bonuses to them, which is frightening. I mean, you don't want the added offense up and all that other stuff if you actually accidentally kill Kenobi before the others given to him. I think he gives it to anybody, right?
I think so, yeah.
I mean, that's my thought. I think he just taunts more, so he's better on defense, in my opinion.
All right. Cody, what's going on, Cody? This is question. How are you, Ranger? Got my Yoda into the top 50 of the game of special damage, so hyped. Also joined up on Patreon. Oh, you did? Well, give me a second here. I'll go check that out, my friend.
Congratulations.
You are suffering emotional damage. Hey, we're down to 15 Patreons. Thank you, Cody. Was that you the other day? Did you join? Someone joined. I didn't know what this, people use their real names in there, which is, fine. I just don't, sometimes their gamer tag's not included in that. So it's like, okay, cool. I just have to figure it out. Just Cody, just let me know if you have your access to the VIP. And if not, just message me in Discord and we'll get you squared away, dude. I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate you, brother.
Nice.
Yeah,
I think Ben is there because I forgot he strips TM and all allies get offensive up, speed up, recover 50% health, 50% protection, gain 25% turn. It's just there as a trap.
it's a trap.
There's a trap. They're hoping you kill him and he gives all that stuff. Oh man, make a nasty team even nastier.
Yeah, Juhani for TW for sure.
Oh yeah, her Omicron on there.
Oh yeah, I've got it. It's delicious and creamy. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see here. Let me pull that up. Let me see here. Patreon. Let me see if we got any Patreon. Make sure we get our credit where credit is due. I did. Hey, there it is. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, let me know in Discord if you don't have the VIP there, Cody. And I appreciate you. So, yeah, we need just 15 more Patreons. We're getting there. So, yeah, let me make sure that you have access. If not, just tag me in the general Discord, and then we'll get you squared away, brother. Appreciate you. That's awesome. Thank you very much. All right, let me get back into this here. Rare says, I've been seeing Crew, Starkiller, and Red Lobster on defense. I tried using Rev and Jedi, Luke, and JoJo's and oh no. Emotional damage. That team can be a pain in the ass for sure. Crew, Starkiller, and Red Lobster. Yeah, I've seen that combination before. Someone said there was a team that beats that pretty handily. I can't remember what it is. Someone in the chat knows and can remember because, again, I'm suffering ring damage. I didn't sleep very much last night, so I'm pumping caffeine to me into my system. It's weird. I'm working out more and dieting and all this stuff, and I don't sleep as much. I'm like, you would think after working out for an hour and a half epic fails that I would be exhausted. And I am exhausted. I just can't go to sleep sometimes because my stupid ass insomnia, and it seems to be getting worse since I've been getting healthier. How does that work?
Well, I guess you have more energy, so.
I don't know, man. It's ridiculous.
Nice hot bath, I guess, before.
I take hot showers. Yeah, I take scalding showers. Actually, it feels. I do like 3 minutes of just cold water, just so I can
Yeah.
get rid of the inflammation, especially
Yeah.
if I've been hitting the bag and boxing and stuff. And then I hit the hot water for about, 10 minutes, as a first shower. Maybe that's what I'll do today. I'll take, cause I have to work out again today. I'll do the bath. I haven't taken a bath in a while. Not a big bath guy, but once in a while it does help. Jolie. Oh, Jojo. Yeah. I saw that. I thought, Jojo. I was thinking of the anime. Oh, porn guy's back. Speaking of JoJo's, hide him in the channel, and then we'll report. Gotta report you. Pornography. There we go. All right, everything's right in the world. All right, top of the hour. We're gonna go for another hour. Get your questions in. If you have any questions there, make sure you put the word question for your actual question statement. And then we'll rock and roll with that. So get your questions in. I think we have another person joining us. I heard something. Oh, it's Calvin. Awesome.
What's up, guys? Good morning.
What's up, buddy?
Nothing but good stuff in the neighborhood. How's it going?
Well, we're eating good in the neighborhood too, man. You do your GAC already?
Yeah, I did it last night. I did some really dumb stuff, and they could have been avoided. And I'll probably lose, but it was fun.
Well, you got to. Sometimes you got to try stuff out. I'm sure you were outmatched as is tradition with the person you were facing. God.
Yeah, it's gotten Datacron's kind of ruined things for me too, though. Since I don't have the relic levels, I can't punch up as much. But I mean, he had 140 more relic levels, so I guess that's something.
Is that all? Okay.
Well, the norm used to be 200 to 300. That's what it was.
Yeah. Well, Datacrons, you might as multiply that by a factor. It's a gajillion. Yeah. Benny with a question. We'll keep him going. It says, "What counters both the Revens in 3v3? What counter both the Revens? What do you mean, Benny? What counter the both Revens?"
I guess he's looking for a team that beats both Jedi Revan and Darth Revan. That's a little weird, though, because their synergies are very different.
I mean, overall, I'd say Gas can do it if you're just looking for one team that can take them both down. Especially in threes, because even if you lose your other characters, as soon as Gas stands up, motherfrackers are going to die. He's an angry boy. And in Jedi Revan, he easily... on offense, you can easily destroy that Jedi Revan on defense. So if you're looking for one team, Benny, I would say Gas. I can't think of any. I'm trying to think of somebody else that could do it. I mean, Malgus.
Yeah, I mean, their synergies are very specific. Like I can still pretty easily beat Darth Revan with even before Datacrons with Darth Vader. But Darth Vader won't beat Jedi Revan. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, Gas is probably. That's an expensive option. Like I wouldn't want to use Gas against Jedi Revan given the chance, but it'll work. It'll work great.
Okay,
it's not a great trade.
Okay, so counter for Darth Revan, then counter for Jedi Revan. Took out one, then got stuck on the other. I mean, typically, so there's Darth Revan, like you mentioned Vader. Darth Revan, if yours is faster, can do very well in threes. Jedi Revan, a lot of stuff takes that out.
I used to. This is a weird counter, but what I would typically do. I mean, I don't. What was the last time you saw Jedi Revan on defense range?
I haven't seen it since before you were born.
No, it's been
a minute.
But...
Yeah, that thing's always on offense. That's crazy. But I guess at lower levels, mid-tier fights are going to seize that on defense. More likely.
You will. But I used to use Nest. If there was the Jolie GMY comp, they didn't have enough potency to reduce my max health without Bastila. And Grandmaster Zeta still gives them a ton of buffs, but I don't think it's the norm for a mid-game account to have an R7 Nest, which I did at the time, but I was weird.
Yeah. I mean, leave Gas and both Darth Revan, if you have them for offense, they can easily both counter those teams. I mean, you can go Gas versus their Darth Revan and Darth Revan their Jedi Revan, and vice versa. Those two teams will take both the Revans out. It also comes down to modding. If your Darth Revan's slower than their Darth Revan, use Gas. and then you can go face Jedi Revan. Especially if you go Revan, Basti, Malik, right?
Yeah, Darth Revan. Yeah, I think that's probably actually the best answer, because it'll beat both, and it's really not that high of a. It's not that bad of a trade to trade Darth Revan for Jedi Revan.
Yeah, I think so. So hopefully that helps you out. All right, Meow Meow's got a lot to say all of a sudden. She says, they let any dingoes on this show. Yes, Meow Meow, guests are important. We're all a bunch of dingoes. Okay. And when is Ranger going to recruit Calvin? Oh, Calvin's pretty happy at his home. I mean, if you ever needed a home, I'd get him. But I think you're pretty happy where you're at there, Calvin. Awesome with your guild.
Are we like talking Gambit versus Skewers? Is that the idea here?
No, it's just, I mean, that's why I'm like, I'm in Mall MC. I recruit for them, but I'm like, Calvin, if they ever need a home, I'd get him. But I think he's pretty happy where he's at.
No, I've been very happy. My guild, they match my exact type of play style, which is, I need to actually make a video on this because people have been asking me when they should leave a guild. Like, you just have to find people that do what you do, whether it's casual or active. Like that's really what matters.
Well, yeah, I think that's a very valid point because people ask me that all the time. I'm like, well, I mean, first of all, what's more important to you? Is it the people you play with? Then, even though you may have a much bigger account, if you're having fun with your friends, then that's pretty important. But if that's not a deciding factor, and you're much more advanced in a guild, and you're like maybe you're frustrated because they're not progressing like you want, or maybe they're just casual and you don't want to be, then maybe you need to go look for a home. Remember, this is your game. So you have to take those things into consideration, like what's more important, what are you looking out of the game, what brings you enjoyment, like Calvin says, and then finding that group that will meet those, meet those criteria for you. I mean, that's something only you can do, Only you can prevent forest fires. Go ahead, Calvin.
I was going to say, I can sit here and tell you, like, the 10 logistical things that you need to match with a guild. Like, you're able to get a cam shard. Okay, 40 people in that guild can get a cam shard. But if you don't like the people, you're going to have a miserable time in that guild.
Yeah. It's a very valid
40
point.
Cam shards or not.
Let's see here. Mamio says, just because we're geeky Star Wars nerds doesn't mean we need porn. Hashtag only meows. That's right. I got rid of a meow meow. Don't worry.
Is that just one of those bots that comes in there?
I get it religiously now, man.
Oh yeah, we get them every single video.
I mean, it's horrible. Well, yeah,
and they make new accounts because you can report them. And I don't. It's a YouTube problem, I think, at this point.
Yeah, I report every single one of them. I check. So every morning when I get up, get my coffee, first thing I do is check comments on YouTube. I'm like, porn, report it. They spam the hell out of that shit too, man. So bad. And there's not much you can do about it. That's something YouTube's going to have to clean up. So
yeah, they have to, because the bots are essentially just making new accounts. It's not like we're deleting a comment and that same person's coming back. They're all different.
Yeah. So what do you do against such reckless hate? I don't know. Yeah, Ranger's kind of a big deal. No. Grande is. Other people are, not me. Benny says, so I need to push Nestor Relic 7 to work. Got her unlocked. Just take your time with it. It's just a counter. Rayrock had another one in there. He says, Veers, Pieman, and Mike Tyson can beat both if your Pieman, aka Piet, is fast. Yeah. 350.
I think Darth Vader's probably the most versatile.
Yeah, like, Vader very much is.
Thrawn, Vader. Oh, that's for Darth Revan though. But yeah, of the two, Darth Vader, Thrawn, and a pre-taunt, like that is something you would use for the rest of the game.
Yeah. I still have it. I mean, it's a backup. I mean, or I'll go use it. I always keep throwing.
Even not for Darth Revan, but for another comp, like Darth Vader does just keep killing things. I mean, it starts to get a little difficult in Kyber 1, but
yeah, I do like the Trooper comp because you can, if it's Darth Revan, Basti, and say Malik, but you go first. If you've got the offense on Mike Tyson punch out robot, you can take out that team. You just save your big hit for Veers for Malik and go for the the big double triple punch and take him out. So you just have to look at the mod on that. But that's a nice team for Darth Rev too, especially in fives. Fives is even a little bit better because
I'd say it's significantly better in fives.
Yeah, because you've got those extra 2 Imperial Troopers in there boosting everything and doing stuff. So yeah. Helenix says, so I had a customer to deal with and come back to more porn spam. Okay, we're not going to talk about the porn. God, I get it. I'm on the lookout
on that today.
Yeah, Jesus. Well, he's been spamming a lot today. I told him to go get a sandwich. The porn guy, that is. Helen says, lies. Rangers are a huge deal. That's why what I've been told. Fake moves. He's totally legit, is what people say. Hianchi says, with Vader Datacron, you could just use him. You can use Vader Datacron to kick the shit out of anything these days, man. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Lord Vader and Darth Vader's Datacron. I mean, you use Vader for any GL that you just feel like smashing, and you can go use Darth Vader if you got it. I'm working actually on a Datacron for him. That'll be my next one, the last one I do for this set. But yeah, that one's gross too. Oh boy. Oh God. Datacrons. Oh boy. We got a fun little matchup today. I'm going to be doing JSA after this, so. Oh God. Can't wait. Oh, it should be yummy and full of vitamins. How you looking on Profundity there, Calvin? You have him unlocked, I think, but I don't think you had it 7 stars, or do you have it 7 stars?
No, I don't have it. I don't have either, unfortunately. So my Adarad, I think, just hit 6 stars yesterday, and I'm gonna try to time it right. I don't think I can get it this month because I think we're within under a week, and I'm not gonna be able to get 100 shards in 10 days. Or at least
if they stick with 30 days, that is.
I think it was Data Mine that is coming out the 30th recently.
I think, I did see that, but I mean, sometimes data mines aren't always correct. So, but yeah.
Well, they could come in and change it if they wanted to before the date hits.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I won't be able to hit this month because if I blow crystals to get Adarad there, then I just get stuck with a 4-star ship. So
no point.
I'll try to line it up for next month. But I have everything. I have everything else. This one hurt. I did Cassian R8 2 days ago, he was the last one. I've just got Hera already R5. Everyone else is ready, so I'm actually working in the meantime while I'm waiting for Adrad Shirts to get here so I can take him to Relic 9. I'm actually working on SWGOH, getting him up to Relic 5.
Any plans on Jabba now that he's been early released?
No,
I didn't think so. A lot of stuff that's still not farmable on him yet.
That's exactly it. Like he looks great. His requirements are good. Like I think they really nailed his team. I mean, they pretty consistently do this with characters. Like Malgus was an absolutely fantastic release. Starkiller is a fantastic release. Jabba was really good. We don't talk about Grand Inquisitor.
No, let's not go there, please. I just had a relapse in that early in the show.
But yeah, Jabba still has 2 characters that they're not even on nodes. So, and even then, like accelerating 3 characters, like for a player to do that's really expensive. So I will probably get Jabba sometime next year. Like it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, and the requirements are not that bad. It's just that those 3 characters, I mean, Chrysanthemum just got on Cantina, but Skiff Landa's only in shipments, and Bougie Leia is like, well, if you want to roll a bunch of, I would roll a bunch of Swevens, so it's not even, those days are behind me. I will just not do that anymore. So unless I find a sugar daddy or mom is like, here, go get it. Like, are you sure? I mean, I'll take the pain, but you want to hook me up with, say, I don't know, something else not Swevens. It's like, God. It's almost like I don't want them to do that.
Yeah, the relic levels are very nice. That'll allow me to work on a lot of other things instead of like Lord Vader. You got done with him, and it's like, all right, I have nothing left.
Oh yeah, I mean, once you do one of these last few remaining GLs, it drains you. I just did Profundity, and I'm starting from scratch. So
the R9 and R8 hurts.
Yeah, it does. Luckily, there's only one Relic 8, and that's Han on this, which was really nice. So, and the other ones are only like 3 and 4. So a lot of them.
And you feel good about Han, right? Like you put that damage on them, like, all right, cool.
Well, the other one,
like taking taking gas to R8. All right.
Yeah. Oh no. Gosh. Well, the other one that I think people are overlooking is Fennec. You have to take her to Relic 7. She's dynamite, man. I mean, that's just...
Gosh, I wish they would have made her Relic 8 because that is such a conflict with me. I'm like, I really should have her 8, but I can't do it.
I would just take her to 8, dude. And I use her all the time, especially against Lord Vader. And she is just nasty, dude. Hell, she's nasty against a lot of stuff. I mean, she just wrecks. I mean, she wrecks hard. So... Oh, God, Helly's got another question. He says, here's a silly question for both of you. Well, there's 3 of us now. Helly, there's your first mistake. If you were a SWGOH GL character, what would your ultimate ability be? And what currently existing in the game data crapacron would work best with your kit? Oh, my God. Well, I would be True Revan, and my ultimate ability would be... What's me as a GL? Okay, so we're going to do the Ranger J 1999 GL, the Calvin Awesome GL, and the Epic Fails GL. So Ranger J 1999 GL. What would...
I got mine.
You got yours? Okay, go ahead, Epic. I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah.
It's just called Epic Failure. Both teams fall down, and it's a tie. And anything that speeds up turn meter, obviously, to finish it faster.
Mine would be my ultimate ability would be Swevens, and anytime I do Sweven damage in the number for anybody, I immediately rage and just leave. All right, Calvin, what do you got? Calvin Awesome, what would be your ultimate as a GL?
My ultimate would be whose kit is it anyway, and I can't decide on which one, but either unique. Let's go with unique. But pretty much it neutralizes all uniques on the enemy team until the end of the ultimate. So whatever those are, they're instantly gone.
Well, there you go. I think your ultimate would be outgunned, because you're always outgunned.
They can just get worse. We get ults and the enemy team automatically gets 5 relic levels per character.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours adds mastery.
Helly says, speaking of Swevens, question from Ranger, how has your experience been with the rerolling and leveling 6 mod thingy? Have you had lots of luck, or are you like me suffering mod depression? It's 50-50. So I've hit some really good ones. I mean, some I haven't hit, but I mean, it's 50-50. I'm not going ham on them. You know, I mean, I get the materials, I roll it. If it doesn't work, okay. If it does, but I've hit 128, 227 so far. I hit another speed on another character. I was like, cool, that works. That's creamy. I'm trying to get Han over 300. I just need to hit one of his speeds, but I think I've given up on that because the next one I think is a 25. I'm thinking I'm going to roll another different offense across for him and just see if I can just do the materials from 6E to 6A and see if I can get him mod that way. Then I don't know how you feel, Calvin, but for me, after 15, maybe a 25 on those, those new mats for, recalibrating your mods. I don't think you go above those. I think you just start with another mod, moving some mods around and start with another one.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I've got my everything that has 4 hits from 23 to 20, and I'm going through and hitting all those twice, and if they hit it or not, I've only gotten 1 so far. But I'm not even mad, man. This system is so good.
It is.
It's so player friendly. It's awesome. But no, so I did. I'm only doing up to 2, but there will come a point like when I get through all of my 20s with +4s or 17s with 3s and also percent offense. Once all those are done, I'll start going back and I'll start trying to put the third roll into the 23 speed that only had 4 hits.
Yeah, I'm doing mine a little different. So I was doing, I'm working on one for Radis because I'm trying to get him to 340. But I did Grand Inquisitor, so he's done. But now I'm doing a specific character, so I'm doing Dash next. Because he's got like 3 mods that are like 18, 19, one's a 21 that did not hit that 5th hit of speed. So I'm going to go in and start him today to get him to like 350 speed. Because he's like 342 right now. So if I get 2 hits of speed, I'll put him in the 350 range. And I'll just make him a better character, especially since I've got the Datacron. So And after him, I'm going to go down the line. Like I think after I got one more to try to get hit on Radis, but after Radis, I'm going to bring up after do Dash, I'm going to do Gideon and just go down the line. Those characters that I just want that search speed level on is what I'll do. But I'm not going to go ham on it, you know. So if like when I get the materials, I'll farm them like I normally would.
It'll come when it comes.
Yeah, it's no biggie, you know. So
it's not like it's not like you're going to get nothing if you don't focus it.
Yeah. So good. I think you said earlier, Epic, that you've been hit or miss on it too.
Yeah, I've only done 3 so far. I haven't had that much material to work with. I think it's good. The only thing I don't like is that you can re-roll the one you're taking it off of, and it can go lower. That's the only thing that makes me scratch my head. But otherwise, it's great. I mean, if you have a good speed mod that has defense or something dumb, you can get rid of that stuff. So overall, it's a good system. I'll use it once I have the materials, for sure.
Yep.
You guys want to hear something funny?
Yep, go for it.
So I saw someone's mod. They rolled like percent potency, and it not only hit itself, which that is kind of depressing, but it hit itself in the exact same percent number, not lower or above. It rolled the exact same roll.
Oh no! Oh shit!
That happened on flat offense, which isn't as bad, but yeah, it literally was the same number on the same.
I was like, how does that happen? Like, it should at least go above or below.
Yes.
That's so funny.
Well, it probably means it was the minimum roll, because mine was the minimum roll, so it just minimum rolled again for me. But yeah, you scratch your head, you see the thing happen, and you're like, wait, the numbers didn't move.
I'm just numb to it all because after so much mod depression in my life over the years, I'm just like, okay. You know, it's like,
and that's kind of the beauty to it is the RNG, and this is the same exact RNG we've been doing with for years. It's not. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was afraid of in the beginning. Is this was going to be a way for heavy spenders to essentially just to purchase or craft their perfect mod, and it's not. It's still an RNG fest.
Yep. So
sure is.
So just take your time, folks.
In fact,
go ahead.
Probably the best mods are something you have 5 on of something else, because then you have a
narrows
33% chance.
Yeah, because you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like if you find an offense mod with 5 rolls on percent offense or something like that, and then it narrows it down to 3 for the speed.
Yep. Which is a better way of doing it. Waddle 7 question: where is the Grand Inquisitor event? Friday was the 3-month mark, right? It doesn't mean that it's going to be here at the 3-month mark. It's usually around here. Sometimes it's early, but sometimes it can be a week or 2 afterwards. I mean, they're not.
It's weird too because we haven't done this type of event in a long time. Like I think the last event that did this was Jedi Knight Luke.
Yep.
Like that was a long time ago.
What was Starkiller? No, that's just a journey guide. So
Starkiller didn't have a time limit. You can farm him whenever you want. So was Bam. So are all the Galactic Legends.
Yeah, I remember people a couple years back were like, when's the gas event? When's the gas event? Like, I don't know. Whenever he gets here, you know. Yes, I know
it's been there when we get there.
Yeah, he'll be coming around the game when he comes. Ronan Zai says, Ranger's ultimate would be the Sweven punches, which all are dodged. How dare you, sir? All right, get the hell out of here.
It's dirty.
Yeah. Helen says,
punch, man.
Yeah. Helly, I am jealous of Ranger's amazing luck with mods. # mod depression sucks. Get out of here. You don't watch the stream enough. Darsign 1972 question. I'm trying to sort my mods by 6E with secondary speed, but it won't let me click on their mods. What the heck am I doing wrong?
What?
I'm trying to sort my mods with 6E with secondary speeds. It won't let me click on filter mods. What the heck am I doing wrong? Let me look, because let me see. So if I go click.
Is he making a joke to say that it doesn't have 6E with speed? Which that's kind of on you at that point, if that's true.
So he wants to filter by 6E. Okay, so if I go down here and hit level 15, MK6, let's say E, at least.
Oh, did he hit the wrong speed one? Their speed.
That's a good point.
and their speed for the secondary.
So if you do
secondary, you probably wouldn't have any speed in the primary.
Speed in the secondary equal 0% equal to 1. Let me see. I mean, I just pulled up a bunch of them.
Yeah, I'd listen to what Epic Fails was saying. It very likely has the wrong speed click because very few people have the speed on those higher levels, at least on a primary.
Yeah, it's secondary speed. I did secondary speed and I pulled up all my mods. So, I don't know. I filtered 6E. Yeah, I'm pulling it up. Maybe I'm clicking something out. So I go level 15, MK6, E. We want to do speed secondary, right? Not the primary. We want to do speed secondary. Slice count at least 1.
The other thing could be either assigned.
Yeah, I pulled them up. I've got all my mods. And then I sort them by speed. After I do that, it pulls it up. I got so many mods to slice. Jesus Christ. And then you can filter. I can filter this by like how many times I hit speed. Slice count. Hour slice. Yeah.
Okay. Make sure you have only unassigned mods, maybe unchecked.
Yeah, you can.
They're all assigned.
No, I've got both of those in there. So I mean, I just did mine, so they're there. I don't know. I mean, I just pulled it out.
You meant for Darth Scion.
I don't know. I'd have to see what you're doing. Oh, you didn't hit level 15. That's why.
Yeah, those are definitely not going to exist.
No, it's okay, man. It's a new system, dude. Trust me. You just have to play around with it and figure it out. So, but I like that you can be specific with what you're trying to do. So it's nice. It's really nice. So, LC question: I'm having to kill Ray, Holdo, JTR with JML, Jedi, Luke, and Hermy Yoda. I hear this can get dicey. Any tips to guarantee the win? I don't use Jedi, Luke, and Hermit Yoda on that team. I go JML if you have it. Cam and Shock T on that team is really good. If you want to save Shock T for another 3v3, then I go Basti. Because you're just sending in Cam a shit ton of times to go kick the crap out of Ray. We don't have that Ray Datacron like we did before. She could still have health steal, but I mean, Cam's going to, But if you want to play safe, you can have Hermit Yoda in there just to give them both Masters training. And he can heal and get the dodges on there and stuff. And JML, if you still have a good Datacron for him, can work. Because I like my Jedi Luke and Hermit Yoda if I can use it as its own separate team to go take out something. And it usually does. But Holdo, JTR, I don't think you need Jedi Luke and Hermit Yoda for that. What do you think, Calvin, Epic?
As long as you get the ability block on Holdo, you're good, because you have to get Ray obviously into immunity before she does her ultimate, hopefully, especially if we're not going to have Hermit Yoda in there. But I mean, you really shouldn't have issues. With the lineup he first said, it's a lock as it is, because Jedi Knight Luke should go and stun. Well, he's not going to stun JTR, but he's going to stun Holdo long enough that she shouldn't be an issue at all. I just got Cam unlocked, so I can't say exactly how that one goes.
Yeah, if you don't have Cam, Jedi Luke is fine. Yeah, you just need that heavy damage dealer that's gonna go in there and bop the hell out of it. I just burn Ray down. I've done that back and before I had all the Datacrons. I religiously used GML without Jedi Luke. I'd go Cam, Shakti, Hermit Yoda, maybe Bastila or Jolie, and just go in there and just.
If you want the guarantee, Revan will do it, because obviously he can mark. So you don't even have to worry about Holdo at all. But I don't know. That's kind
hard.
of
It's hard. Yeah, you
waste of Jedi
yeah,
Knight
I
Rev.
use
I use Jedi Rev.
Yeah, I use Janet Rev and Grandmaster Yoda as their own team to go take some stuff out too.
So. Yeah, I would rather, but I mean, if you want the guarantee lock, I mean, that's gonna do it for you. Because I mean, there's no way that they're gonna kill your Jedi Master Luke then.
No, they have the
he
damage
has to
on
sacrifice.
Yeah, as long as you have a healer shock to your Hermit Yoda on that team if you need it. I mean, you can use that team. It will. I mean, Jedi Master Luke, Jedi Luke. I don't see how that doesn't kill Rey.
There are a lot of people. Not speaking to this player's ability, but there are a ton of people that misplay Jedi Master Luke versus Rey like really badly.
Okay,
even in 5v5, like junk Rey teams taking in JML, Jedi Rev, and Jedi Luke still lose.
Well, just explain to why that is, Calvin. What are they doing wrong?
I'm guessing they're not using the lead ability at all, or they're getting stuck on characters that are in damage immune and just not going after other ones, or they keep pumping turn meter when Rey has inspired, so the Rey gets a bunch of mastery and then someone gets killed. Like
that is the one thing. Pumping the turn meter. Yeah, that's the only way.
Just use basics for the love of God. Okay. Next question from Richard. Says question, finally building up Bad Batch. Who's a good fifth until I get around to Omega? I mean, Cody.
If you could spare Shock T.
Shock T's good too.
She's a little expensive, but she's, even when you have Omega, there are situations where she's better.
Yeah. I mean, once you get Omega up, I mean, she's so good in that team, but Shock T's really good too. That Dispel on her basic and all the stuff that she does with the Bad Batch. Yeah, she's a great option. I've seen people use Cody in the past because a lot of people have him relicked. He's a nice option, but I like the synergy a little bit better with Shakti and Omega.
I've had to use Cody for a few times to get a Datacron to work because my Omega is not Relic 5.
Right,
and I have been pleasantly surprised. Like his mass assist calling all of them in is really nice.
Yeah, because they get it's really good. Oh God, you ready, Calvin? Here comes your heli question.
Oh yay!
He says, question for the awesome one, because I can't skip my guy Calvin. Of all the older squads that aren't the hot new shiny, which would you say is the most underrated? Is there a squad that's a sleeper?
Older squads that are underrated.
That's a good question. I don't underrate it.
I feel like there's fanboys for every team though. Like right now, like there every single team has a few people who like it. This is a little hard actually because
Ray Rock says CLS. I don't think CLS is underrated. That thing, I don't think anybody.
No, CLS is a monster.
Yeah. Awesome.
Definitely, like if you're looking at top teams outside of Galactic Legends, CLS makes that cut.
I think Grievous is one that people overlook a lot because on offense,
good call.
Defense, he's not, but on offense, that dude, especially once you get the characters relic, he can take on Star Killer. He can take on, if the team is down. I've beaten C's with it before. It hits, it punches up. I think that's one team I would say that's underrated.
I'd probably go with that too because people won't say Grievous is bad, but I'm not sure they'll give him full credit to. I mean, he's the only team that's or the only non-Galactic Legend team that's consistently beating Star Killer.
Yeah,
at least without a Datacron.
Because you throw BB-8 in there, and that team it's nasty.
Even without BB-8.
Oh yeah, just say Newt.
I use Newt. Yeah, I use Newt all the time, and the team is so reactive. And the enemy team not being immune to turn meter reduction, it really screws them. So once you get target lock out there, it's just that's the rest of the battle.
I'm trying to think of another team that's underrated.
I think Night Sisters in some degrees underrated.
No.
Yeah, I definitely sleep on them.
I sleep on
like
them.
Night Sisters.
I hate them. They have their uses, but no, I don't think they're.
They have so many stuns and stuff. I mean, you can't punch up super high, but like as like that second tier team, I think people forget about them. I mean, they have more uses now with like Slacker and stuff, but like as a squad, especially if you have Ghost up, man, Ghost just sits there and will knock people out.
trying to think underrated teams.
They have been, the one thing I will say about them that's been nice is they've actually been a pretty reliable counter to Sortie, which is a very new team. Yeah. And they're, I mean, how old are Night Sisters? 4 years?
Oh,
yeah, 4 years old. Like they're not like
5
the last
years.
reinforcement was Zombie and Spirit. Like it's an old team.
Who else would be underrated? Grievous. Going through all the lists of characters and teams.
I feel like Geos in some aspects.
Yeah,
if you get their speed right, they can beat a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they're
like I beat a crew with First Order TIE Fighter on me this last GC with Geos.
Oh, they can do it because they can take if they're good enough relic, they can take that damage, and then when they can take a turn, it's like game on. That's I throw that
for sure.
Yeah, what is an older team that doesn't get the sweet loving it deserves?
I guess Karth and Phoenix are both still garbage.
Yeah, they suck balls. I'll tell you, I'll throw one out there for the Ewoks. I mean, it's not a team that we recommend to gear up, but I mean, to be completely honest, those little furry bastards, when they get relics and good modding on them, they're a pain in the goddamn ass and can take on a lot of stuff, dude. I mean, they can be really
Then
nasty.
You might as well say the Jawas too, right?
Not so much.
Now, Jawas are overrated. Like, there are so many people that are out there, like, they're one of the best, they're like top 20 teams of the game, and I'm like, it's literally like third to last. Like, they're not good.
Yeah. I mean, they're not banner efficient. They can get you win if you need it, but I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Calvin.
And a lot of times when they screw up, like let you die before a thermal goes off, you have nothing to show for it but a turn meter loaded team.
Yeah. No, Ewoks can really do some crazy damage.
Ewoks can be good. Like you said, you have to invest, and then once you're done investing, you still have a C-level squad. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah, it can punch up, but I mean, you have to control it because on defense, if you outspeed it, Imperial Troopers will eat their ass alive every time. You know, I mean, because once.
Oh yeah, they're. Actually, this Imperial Troopers actually work very similarly to Troopers, or at least before Piet was there. Mm-hmm. And you have a daze, so whoever goes first really wins. Because neither of the team, well, actually, Ewoks has a good cleanse, and Troopers don't.
Yeah. And Gideon really neutered the Ewoks because if he's on the team, he's so fast. He's going to go up before them. He's going to take their turn meter. He's going to put that debuff on them, and it just basically neuters them. Any other rated teams? Those kind of come to mind.
I think we covered it well. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everyone else is. I mean, I'm going through the list of characters and teams, and they're not underrated. I mean, you can say they are, but most of them I rely on heavily. I don't think they're underrated at all. So I think that's good. Question, Nathan H. What does the Swedish chef think of the new GL? Bark, bark, bark. Oh, den the Jobin in the game. Wait a minute. 1 minute. On the Jobin, on the farming. Where's the farming? Chicken. All right, there you go. Oh God, Helly has a serious question. I don't know if I can.
No.
I know. He says, question, viewers, if you're already enjoying Archie's Saturday Jedi Academy and that awesome answers these guys are giving to our questions, you my silly ones, have you smashed the like button yet? Smash the like button. It's appreciated. It very much is. So hit that thumbs up. And again, thank you for the new Patreon from our boy Cody. So we got a new Patreon today. 15 more to go. Woo. All right. Any other questions? No, we're okay right now. Okay. I think we're caught up on questions. We've covered the gamut today. So we'll go a few more minutes longer, and then the plan is we'll go a few more minutes. If any other questions, pop those in, hit the thumbs up, all that crap. Then we'll let these guys pimp their stuff. Then we're going to take a break, and I'll be back in about top of the hour. I'm going to do my GAC. Clayton will be up and awake and alive. He's awake, he's alive. And we'll do some GAC, knock it out, and then we won't have a stream until Monday, but Monday we'll do, maybe I'll do GAC Sunday night. Maybe. Probably save it for Monday. We'll knock out GAC, and then I think that's it for now. Don't forget about the Extra Life stream today for Capital Games. Help them raise some money. And I think that's it. So we'll do a few more questions. We'll let everybody pimp their stuff. We'll take a break. I'll be back at 12 Central, 1 Eastern for some GAC over on Twitch. And then with myself, Clayton, whoever wants to join, Calvin, Epic, you guys knows you're invited. If you want to come hang out, anybody that's a content creator is always welcome. All right, Poby. Oh, young Poby. Kanabika, my hand of the Emperor AJ 1999. Good. Says question for Calvin. Luke better with a beard or without the beard? Oh, are you?
Did you say Luke?
Luke.
Like Mark,
Luke.
Mark Hamill? Yeah. Mark Hamill looks better without a beard. I'm sorry.
He does. Yeah, he does. Yeah. Okay.
Like there are a lot of people who look better. Like Harrison Ford might actually be a more interesting conversation. But yeah, Luke looks better without it. He's got that whole young boy type of thing going on.
Yeah.
That sounded probably worse than it might have been.
No, it sounded correct. I've got it works for me, man. I'm with you. What about Harrison? Harrison looks good with it and without a beard. I mean, he's rocked the beard a few times. I'm like, all right, Harry Ford.
I might take it with like that. I don't know. I'm more the jury's still out on that one, but yeah, Luke no beard definitely.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see, Richard. Another question is there a consensus on who Ben Swell will replace in a race squad? Whoever you like. He's just put him on there, figure out the rest later. Well, I mean, Ray's such an interesting GL because you can use so many different combinations of characters, but
yeah,
I mean, it's the
typical team probably JTR, just because the main thing that JTR brought to the table, I think, is 2-turn undispellable healing immunity, and Solo has 4-turn undispellable healing immunity.
Yeah.
So he's going to be that. He's essentially just a better version of JTR at this point.
Yeah, I mean, rocking both those guys would be incredible. I mean, Holdo, JTR, Ben Swallow, Ray, and I don't know if you want to be.
You could drop Poe, yeah. I think either probably Poe or JTR.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of other combinations you could use there as a fifth. You can go R2 if you want to get the damage up with the number crunch and stuff, or you can go Finn if you want to make that team super fast. Because once Finn starts throwing that shit around, man, and they're countering, oh Christ. I say you got trouble right here in River City. I'm excited for Swallow, man. His damage is off the chain, dude. I mean, good Lord. He's going to be a monster. Monster.
Why is he so bad in Conquest, though?
Well, they're not giving you the full Monty, baby. They're just giving you a taste. First one's free.
So bad.
Yeah, if you want him, you got to earn it, baby. I know you heard.
He doesn't have Omicrons or mods.
No,
that's probably the big
I mean, wonderful way to show him.
Ray, how about overgear teams? I mean, all the teams are better at higher relics, but which teams are also working gear 11 relative to their gear level?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Troopers, Imperial Troopers.
If they go first, they win.
Yeah, it's just a speed thing. Lower, let's say gear 11.
So Iden as well. Like if you're, I know you guys are probably talking about Veers, but Iden will do stupid things to certain teams at like gear 11.
Yep.
She will, yes.
Those two stick out.
There are more though. I'm trying to think.
I mean, the Rebel team will still be good, not as high, obviously, because you're still gonna have Han shooting first.
Yeah, CLS. Yeah, the damage is gonna be depend on what you're facing, but yeah, CLS at lower gear 11.
Bounty hunters can kind of work this way. If you have you have to fill the holes elsewhere. You don't need them relics, but if you have the Zamicron and you have really good mods on all of them, then at like gear 11, gear 12. They can still beat fully relic teams because if you go before their entire team does, and your Mando annihilates their typical damage dealer, then you just run over them. Like I've been, my aura is still like 5 stars, and I've been using her for years.
It depends on the mods. Someone said in the chat, Bad Batch, Michael, only if you can get the speed. See, the problem with Bad Batch is you got to look at Echo. He's the one that gets everything started. And at Gear 11, he's kind of crimped on his like speed that you really want him at. But if you can outspeed someone at Gear 11, yeah, Bad Batch, if they get off first and get loose, I could see, Bad Batch being quite effective.
They'll beat all the Separatist teams at Gear 11.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They don't, because all those teams are pretty slow as molasses as it is, and I think Echo can hit 300 at Gear 11 quite easily. But if you're willing to beat like their much wider range of things like Omni-Quan, Qui-Gon Jinn, or Adrad or whatever, then yeah, you're gonna need them higher.
Who else? Gear 11 can do good work. You mentioned Bounty Hunters. I agree with that. CLS we mentioned. Not a lot else. I'm going through the list of teams like, no, you need that. No, you need that. That's not going to work. Uh-oh.
That's a lot of these teams that if they go first, they can just start taking control.
Oh, Triumphant. That's another good one, Ronan Zai. Yeah, I said Triumphant to Gear 11.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've only had like a fun with one team with Triumphant at Gear 12, and it's really kind of sad. They still beat the tar out of Inquisitors, and like we beat like a level 9 Datacron Inquisitor team with Grand Inquisitor and JC a while ago, and my Triumphant's like Gear 12, man. It was sad.
Yeah, I beat a Maul team 5v5 with a Sith Triumphant team back in the day at Gear 12. It was the funniest thing you ever saw, man. Because I remember Thane said, well, let's use Triumphant hit. I'm like, against fucking Maul, are you crazy? And he's like, yeah, do it. I'm like, okay, well, for science. So I went in there. I'm like, I got nervous because, Maul and them started doing their thing, and then they didn't kill anybody. I mean, we were scary close to dead, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute. Are we doing this? We are doing it. We won. I couldn't believe it, dude. I was like, Triumphant, man, if they can survive, man, they do some crazy good work. It's still a really good team. But yeah, Gear 11, I agree. Triumphant could do it. I think those are the ones, yeah. Without the gear.
I mean, you start to there's other teams that can do things at lower gear levels, but I wouldn't say like, oh, that's a good value to keep. What's another team? Oh no, Groose is a terrible example.
Well, there's certain characters you can go in with low gear. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
But not
like you can leave B2 under.
Yeah,
you definitely don't leave Grievous under. You have no damage with Grievous at Gear 12.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's a perfect example. Another one is like Mar J 3 stars Gear 11. I mean, you just throw in there with the pop. That's
Gear 8, man.
Yeah, she's gonna kick your ass, man. She's still good if you don't get her. I mean, because that combination of those two, man, Jesus. I mean, it's insane how good she is. But I don't think whole teams other than the ones we mentioned that outside of the confines of that would do anything. Yeah, Iden's good, CLS, Bad Batch, Triumphant. I think those are 4 good teams that are, you can get away with the Gear 11 for a while. Gear 11, Gear 12, and still do great work against Relic teams. Holy shit, Hellenix has another serious question. He's really taking what I said to heart today. I respect it. It says never mind. First thing out of his mouth with the question. With Mob Enforcer getting an update, do any of you speculate that the other 2 terribly characters may soon get a refresh? Cup and Eth Koth? Well, Piggy got his. They changed Piggy.
Yep.
Which we all kind of guessed on. I mean, I think me and Calvin were saying that for a while. We thought that we were sniffing that one.
So, Cup, maybe, if he eventually gets attached to a Galactic Legend or something. Ugnaught is the weirdest character. I looked at it just randomly. He's not even in a faction right now.
Yeah. But Eth Koth, there's a lot of Jedi that need some loving, man. Lumi, Eth Koth, I'm a Gun Die, Kit Fisto. Yeah, there's quite a few that they need to go back in and take a look at. I mean, these are Jedi, for Christ's sakes. I mean, I'm dark side, even I'm looking at the light side Jedi going, oh, okay, that's...
They have done really well, though. Like, we used to have, we could probably make 2 entire teams of just absolute garbage Jedi. Now, I think we're just down to 1 now. Like, they reworked Mace. They gave Qui-Gon Jinn the Omicron. There's been a lot of good development with those Jedi, but yeah, there's still like 5 Jedi Council members that are just garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone speculated that they would do something with the Jedi Council and make them a thing, which would be cool.
That was a big theory for JMK. That we thought the JMK's team, instead of being Galactic Republic, was just going to be Jedi Council, and that's where Mace's rework was going to come from. And I'm a little surprised they didn't do it, to be honest, because making a new team, there's more money in that than lifting up an older team.
Yeah. But it is. But I mean, who knows what they're going to do? I mean, we have to just wait and see. We wait on bated breath to see if they'll do anything for the Jedi Council. So, I don't know, maybe with Satele coming into the game, but she's going to be an Old Republic character.
Yeah.
And so she's not really going to... They're going to have to bring in somebody like... We do have the new series from Star Wars coming out, the one...
there's a ton of opportunity there.
So they could
get Jedi Dooku.
Yeah, so if they can bring like a Jedi Dooku in and maybe rework the council members a little bit, bring in Yaddle.
Because he was council. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, and with Yaddle, she was in the preview of that. They can bring in a Yaddle character in, and some of the other older Jedi Council members and revamp the team. I mean, it would be dope.
I can't wait to see the leader ability, though. If this character is Jedi Council, Galactic Republic, and Jedi, and doesn't have 3 uniques, and is also not Old Republic, then they get following bonus. It's hard to get Kit Fisto now. You get Jedi Galactic Republic, you accidentally hit a bunch of other tunes, too.
Yeah. Cody says, question. I'm going to have Malgus unlock next Conquest. I don't have any other Sith Empire. Would he work with C? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's a Sith.
He's a tank.
Yeah.
Which is really the 2 things that C wants the most.
And he gives himself protection. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, if you don't have the Sith Empire team up and running, put him on there, dude. I mean, it's just, he's a good... I'm going to use him today in Phase 4 with C and Darkside TB, man. That's a team I always run. C, Malgus, Malik, let him rock.
I would probably still use his lead in 3v3, though.
And 3v3, no, I was just talking Darkside TB, but yeah, 3v3, yeah.
Oh, Darkside TB, yeah.
Yeah, now if you have the Sith Empire team, that's a different story.
Because... I don't even think you need one. Malgus, Count Dooku, and Talon. I think that would do quite a bit in 3v3.
Yeah, because Talon will protect, should be under stealth. Malgus can take a beating and keep on...
Dooku will stealth too. They both have shock.
You can do Dooku. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it'd be a nice team. There's some good combinations there, so yeah, absolutely, man.
You could do C, Malgus, Savage there.
Yeah, the new
Omicron on there. That would be some fun.
Yeah, that'd be a little creamy. Trying to think. Yeah, that's good enough. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. That was the final question. Thank you guys for again hanging out with us. So we're gonna take a break, and I'll be back in an hour at 12 Central, 1 Eastern to do my GAC. Everybody's welcome. Come join us on Twitch. And then I'll be back Monday. So good you could be. And then no D&D this weekend. We'll have D&D next weekend, I believe. That's the first, yeah. So we should be back on the 1st of October or whenever. We'll let you know about D&D, but there's no D&D this weekend. So with that, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, all that crap. But do me a favor. I'm about to let these awesome people who come here on a Saturday morning, taking their own time and their own dime to be here to answer you Hellions questions. So do me a favor, please go check out their stuff, watch them when they're live, subscribe to their channel, check out their content. It's the simple little things like that to support content creators. So if they're going to be here helping you, just show them a little bit of love back. It'd be the most important thing that we say here on the Jedi Academy. So with that being said, let's let these guys pimp their stuff. Epic, where can folks check you out?
Yeah, it's Epic Fails at YouTube, but go really watch Calvin stuff. It's way better.
Oh my God.
Real life has gotten a little bit in the way, but straighten stuff out. So hopefully by October, I have some better stuff going on and get the stuff back out. I'm excited about some of these new Omicrons and get them on, and then hopefully get some more GAC stuff out, testing that stuff. But yeah, it is just Epic Fails on YouTube. There is some older stuff that's kind of funny. If you want to check it out,
sure,
please do.
All right, and then Calvin, awesome. Where can homies check you out there, number 2?
Yeah, go ahead and check out YouTube. Calvin Space Awesome. We've got a lot of videos going out right now specifically about roster building. I think our last video we did one with actually Celiac Sarah. And
nice.
we were talking about like the best teams to start building for mixed teams for the new TV. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, if you want to also check out the podcast that we have with Tilo Mad, the Mad Awesome Show, you can find that on Spotify or iTunes, the Mad Awesome Show. We talk about JC, we talk about kits, we talk about Star Wars lore. I'm guessing we're gonna have a big conversation about Cassian this coming week, so make sure to check that out.
That show was so good, man. I really am digging that show, man. God damn, that thing got me hooked. That last episode too, man. I'm just like, the only thing I hate about these formats now, man, I hate weekly episodes, man. Let me just binge this shit, man. I can't stand it.
I like the weekly, man. I like being able to digest it and talk about it. My wife, on the other hand, hates it. Yeah, she's like, why is it on a streaming service if I can't watch it all at once? Like, we're back to bad TV.
Mm-hmm. Well, with no commercials, so.
Yet.
I'm saving it to binge right now, but I can't.
Yeah,
wait.
Card's doing some of that, I think, too. It's like, I'll wait till it's all out. I'm like, I don't blame you. But I mean, there's so much good stuff. Andor is fantastic. The House of Dragons is fantastic. I really like Rings of Power. I'm enjoying that.
I really like Rings of Power too. I'm not really a Game of Thrones person, but Rings of Power has been, in my opinion, very good.
Yeah, that last episode, I was like, let's go. I was hyped, man. And there's 3 more episodes, and the way this is going, I'm just like, It's just really good. I like it a lot. So I mean,
it's a good time to be a nerd.
It really is. I've seen some hate on Rings of Power. I'm like, man, be miserable.
Oh yeah, I think luckily it looks more to be like prequel level hate and not sequel level hate. Yeah. So I think they'll come back around once they can live with the dialogue or whatever it is they're complaining about.
But it's so good though. Then the acting's superb, man. I mean, the dialogue is getting better and better and better. I mean, the emotion.
Well, and the scenes, man, are so. I mean, this is just like the original Lord of the Rings. They're so stunning, and the practical effects, like it's.
Oh my god.
It's hard to get out of the world, you know, and that's really what fantasy should be about. You should be able to go into that world.
And I think Shore's doing the music on this because you can tell the music is incredible. It is so good, man. I mean, and I'm a Tolkien nut job. I mean, I can tell you the entire history of the characters. You know, I mean, I've read all the books. You know,
that's encouraging to hear because all the people that I've talked to, not all the people, but a lot of people that I've talked to who have done all the reading are the ones that are ticked off because they're essentially crunching the timeline to be able to put this into a show.
And I just tell them shut the fuck up because I mean, because here's the thing. I mean, if you even go back, I can nitpick the shit lore wise with Peter Jackson's.
Yeah, those have a ton of stuff too.
But you know, people if it's a good story, I don't care. I mean, the books are what the books are. But I mean, the books Tolkien's writing was very vague. You know, I mean, he just has dates, places, times. When Tolkien, when he wrote, he would tell you the battle after the fact. You weren't in the battle, like Battle of Helm's Deep was after the fact. What happened? Well, this is what happened. You know, I mean, he does a lot of that stuff, and the dependencies are what they are. So, it's the fact that these names are being dropped, like Morgoth and Melkor and Finarth and some of that, and just to see Numenor, they nailed Numenor. I mean, that giant mountain.
That was really cool.
To see that giant mountain and that island, the way they did it, I was like, yes. You know, that's the kind of stuff that I get onto. I know they're mishmashing some stuff, and that's okay. I get the general gist of what they're doing, and I'm fine with it because, you know, I mean, even Tolkien said that this is a story that he wanted others to take and do stuff with, right? And that's why he sold the rights, because he didn't think anybody could ever make a movie of it because of its epic scale. But I mean, you know, you can't be that particular, right? I understand the timeline of what they're doing, but if they can just keep the main story and the characters and tell a great story with it, because it is very vague. The Second Age is very vague, folks. I hate to tell you this. There are certain events that happen, but it's pretty vague. You know, I mean, it's they've got a lot of room here to play with, and I'm happy with it. So there you go, my little rant. You want to be a purist and like, well, and this date,
well, and if you are a purist, just don't watch the show. Yeah, like, if you're really a purist, then this is fan fiction, and it doesn't matter. But instead, they watch it and then they
destroy
blow
it
through their buttholes about it.
Yeah, but you can't make the argument that the acting isn't superb. The pacing I did admit that the pacing on the first one was slow, but
this keeps happening with these TV shows too, though.
Yeah,
Marvel, Star Wars, etc.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're taking like movie film directors and putting them in TV series, and they're trying to slow it down. But it's been a pretty consistent theme.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm happy. More for me, and I'll keep watching it. You know, I mean, it works for me big time. And I like House of Dragon, but I've read all the books, and I've been into that lore since the late 90s when I read the first 3 books. I think it was the first 3 books are Game of Thrones, Clash of Kings, Feast of Crows, that kind of stuff. I've got the book somewhere here. So, you know, I've been in that world for a long time. Wheel of Time, another series people crapped on. I'm like, I just like seeing that it's on the goddamn screen, man. I read all the books. If I wanted the exact story from the books, I would just read the books, you know, and I like what they're doing.
That's fair.
You know, so I like all of it. So, all right, everyone, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys in an hour for some GAC. Follow these guys, and we will holler at you later. Peace out.